Hey everyone, on the weekend we did a 14-year celebration for Thrawn's Revenge, marking our 14th anniversary, and we were playing through older versions of the mod. I'm going to be taking a few of the highlights from that stream and posting them as their own individual videos for people who may not have watched the whole thing or who missed certain parts of it. Not every part, but just going to be throwing some things like this, maybe the Revan's Revenge section, out as individual videos. This particular one is me playing Survival Mode, which is a mode that is currently not in the mod, but back in the 2.1 version, I believe, is what we did this one on. So, enjoy.
Humiliation will always remain.
Corey wins just doesn't sound good.
It doesn't roll off the tongue as well.
This is also when we introduced Imperial Civil War to the GC, which was renamed to Empire's End in subsequent releases because Imperial Civil War to the GC was hard to refer to without knowing if you're talking about the GC or the mod. New units and structures, only the Booty Rack, Visvia, V19, Torrent, and Lucrehulk. Redone units, only the Vigilance, MTC, Clawcraft, and Messias. And various bug fixes. So we're playing Survival.
Yes.
Somebody cue Eminem Survival of the Fittest.
So, alternate channel name could have been Corey Victory.
No, then you're just... I need to stay... I need something that keeps me humble.
Well, we think it could be Corey Victorious Secret.
You have to tell us what keeps you humble first before we can spit out ideas.
Don't think you can make that humble.
The channel name. That's it. And the constant abuse when you're all in a group together.
Wait a second, that doesn't sound right.
Or it targets us when we're individual, you know, like smack us down, but when we're in a group, he can't touch us. So just keep at it.
Is this the whole union thing Porto keeps talking about?
Yes. This is the final culmination of it.
Kumar, I did in fact say that. That is the name of the ship. If you say it, when we named the ship, we assumed people would never say it out loud. Because it's BU''DIRECH, the booty wreck, but it was in fact meant to be BOOTY space WRECK.
Jesus Christ.
Otherwise known as hashtag Blake Callow.
Yep.
I think.
It was him and Cameron that would always say that, and then we just went with it. But I really can't wait till we make this work properly again. I think it has potential.
TR Tower Defense?
I mean, that's the ground version, and Rogue and I have plans. Why is the Tonfalk so big? I mean, the thing is like, what, 500 meters?
Yeah, I think it's sized about right.
It's a big ship. With the classic 72 Starfighter complement.
I just have to ask real quickly, what the fuck is Mr. Bobby? Blobby.
Love it. Oh no.
Oh
Right.
no. Child entertainment / traumatization.
Yeah, Mr. Blobby was a character from Noel Edmonds' Funhouse children's television during the 90s. Well, no, it wasn't originally children's television. It was originally a mick take out of mascots that trickled down somehow into children's entertainment.
That looks like something that should never have ever been introduced to children.
It shouldn't,
Or
because it was
adults.
terrifying then.
Check the general chat, Connor.
Yeah, Connor, you have some issues we should talk about? It's okay.
No.
Child conversation passes by.
I got really lucky with this initial wave.
I was gonna say, I hope we could recreate you losing the first wave.
It was
again.
it was very difficult to win when it was in development. I maintained it was not my fault. The spawns were too strong. I still need to re-upload that video to this channel because it's only been on the TR channel, and I feel like it would be a good way to show where the name came from. The audio quality is absolute trash on that.
Yeah.
So what
So just
decided the
roll.
spawns then in survival mode?
It's random within certain parameters, and there's like different waves have different rules. Or like the longer you go, the harder it gets. And there's also hero waves, where there's either heroes or harder shit to fight.
Wait, why isn't this still in the game?
When we changed the fighter spawns, that broke a lot of stuff and some AI stuff. So it's coming back. It's never been a priority to make the improvements we want. We want some extra mechanics in it as well.
Fair enough.
Because the fighter
Good
spawns
add.
kind of rely on the factions having AI set, which they, by design, don't initially. Alright, I got some money.
Can you just use skirmish units?
We can now, but I still think having them have the proper fighter spawns would be more fun. And it's easy enough to face, just it was never a thing that anyone bothered doing. Well, we got 2 sides populated. And it'll be another easy
That's
wave.
stuff like could you possibly add stuff like building golem platforms and other stuff to help defenses?
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool. Maybe
It'd-
upgrading stations to help make it more defendable.
Yeah, it'd be a bit more difficult to do that kind of stuff, and like we were working on that kind of thing, and Pox had like dummy item drops that you could pick up that were like credits or whatever we went out to get them.
Sounds like him.
And
Upgrade in progress.
You need a golem tug. It's a ship that you hit a button and then it blows up and puts a golem where it was. Don't think about how that actually works.
Upgrade complete.
For gameplay.
Station ready.
The
It might even
dark
be the
side
kind
of
of
the
thing that-
Lua is a pathway to many abilities some would consider unnatural.
how is your voice holding up? The last 12 hour
Is
stream
it
was heavy on it.
possible?
Orders, sir. Ready for battle.
I was sick last time I did this, so that's why I ended up sounding like I did. But we're also
Like,
only
sick,
5
like
hours
you were
in, so
great,
we'll see.
or
Sick as in I wanted to die. Every time I took a break, my voice just halved in quality, which is why I've taken fewer breaks this time. That's how you get
keep
them.
going, push through the pain, you know.
And
Hide the
that
pain.
time I was alone too, so I had to do all the talking. During skirmish, I tried to take it more quietly, win from a position of silence.
I got us chatting here endlessly.
I'm winning. I just want money. Did an earlier version of Survival have the AI ignore your ships and went straight for the shipyard? Yeah, that's how it currently is. Because there was only ever really the one version of Survival. So there's a lot of stuff that it can and would need.
Choose your reinforcements.
Ah, don't drop. There we go.
Decoding transmission.
Upgrade.
I'm gonna get an
in progress.
acclimator. Okay, give me the next wave. What do we got?
So far, so good.
More CR90s.
Complete.
Ha!
Ready for action.
This is not accurate to the old video.
Right away.
You know, in a weird twist, if the AI just decided to retreat.
Moving out.
I don't think it can.
Ready for duty.
That would be quite a
That's right.
twist.
Like, no, can't beat that.
How about the second you're about to beat, you know, the last Corvette there, just to get the notification saying we've spotted another fleet jumping in, and you get a raiding fleet going.
Crews are online.
Raid fleets in survival would be something.
Oh no, no, no!
Yes.
I think that would
Oh,
actually be pretty cool. Thank you. Good idea. You get a raise.
Why?
I get a raise, so
Yes.
0 to how much?
You get a 50%
0.
raise.
It's always
2-0.
percentage.
Yeah, always is. He's so good at negotiations.
And stock
you can't say no.
options.
Oh, what? Now, what kind of options we talking here?
You have the option to not take any stock.
And
You get 1% equity in Loser Studios.
See, that's why I think X should make his channel like publicly traded, and he could call it Equity.
Oh,
Oh, that's actually good.
ah. Ugh.
Someone let him know.
If he makes a joke in the comfort of his own home where it's not on stream, that's called private equity.
Stop.
Someone write that
It's
down.
like we're
and
gonna
tell him when
get
he
some
shows up.
exponential growth.
I am
going
not
on.
writing that cursed comment down.
We can always go back into the stream anyway and timestamp it.
We're gonna cut it out.
Right. Next, I'm saving for an ISD. I think the waves start getting harder after the, we're gonna get next tiers of ships after the 5th wave.
Is it endless or?
Yeah, it goes until you die.
Then there are
Oh,
like
okay.
hero waves, right?
Yeah.
Eventual SSD wave.
Did you ever get tired of working on this game after all these years? Yes, multiple times, but usually it stopped, and I get back into it. It's like we shut down the mod, and then there was like, after we
There were
came
2 or 3
back,
times
I
when
didn't really
we
want to
didn't
do it.
come back, but
Well, there was never a time when we didn't come back. We're here now.
exactly.
Now updates are being pushed faster than ever.
Yep.
Right?
And it's hard to keep everyone busy. It's
Well,
hard
yeah.
to keep track of what everyone's doing.
You know, you got Fall Republic, False Revenge, Revan's Revenge,
Yeah.
and that other one for next April.
Ascendancy.
And Ascendancy as well. Oh yeah, that's right. I keep forgetting Ascendancy. I don't know why.
Hmm.
Probably because I haven't really worked on it that much, or at all.
As opposed to Rev, where you've done a lot of work.
Oh yeah.
We'll probably
Just
go a bit
want the
longer on the
slider
next dev
factions.
skirmish, and because there's definitely not an hour of Revenge content. I hate to disappoint everyone, but it's just not there yet.
There's like a few old ships, and I don't think anything that's actually been done recently.
No, I mean Terrible and 3 Cole did the Sith fighter model and texture, and Terrible did the
Is that in?
Chayla bomber. It's not in, but
Yeah,
Yeah,
Charlie
so-
Force did most of it.
I mean, someone could put it in. Well, we're doing this right now because 3 Cole did upload the thing, so we could just swap the model. But I could do it in like the 15-minute break that I'm supposed to be eating. We'll wait on that. It's fine. We'll have a big push of Revenge content when Erichl gets bored for a weekend or something. I don't know. I did talk to him a few months ago about doing the Courageous thing. Does it have, is it a different class name? I always call it the Courageous, which I think might be an
The
individual instance.
unnamed frigate. That's
The
kinda
the
triangular.
donut one that's giant.
Inexpungible.
That's the one.
Yeah, that's it.
Bunch.
Very spongy.
Like, I'm pretty sure the triangular frigate doesn't have an official name that you have a model for.
That's called an Imperial class Star Destroyer.
You know what I mean. The one in Rev.
Harrower?
Can't.
Oh yeah, the Harrower.
Well, the Victory knockoff.
The
best
triangular
ship-
frigate from Days of Fear. That's like in the. There's like the panel where it's the hammerheads in a line in front of the expungible, and then there's like the triangular frigates in front that you have in the mod. Whatever those are, never officially named.
Mhm.
Because you have them, so.
The Paladin is what we...
Cruiser reporting. Direct fire at their laser cannons.
See, I like that we've gotten to a point, even though everything we've announced has been real, where people are consistently confused about whether it's real or not.
But Nolan, what about the Mandalorian Venator?
We're not doing that. That's
We're not
staying in.
doing that.
Sir, I'm going to stop right there.
Honestly, Republic doesn't have a ship count issue. There's like.
But we're talking about the Mandalorian, haven't you?
They have enough. Sith are honestly the hardest to get ships for in this era.
The Mandalorians have enough,
Because-
but they also have very clear design language that's easy to replicate in other variations of those. And
Yeah.
spoiler alert, very few of them actually look like
Upgrade in
I like
progress.
Venators.
Good.
So,
What?
oh, we got an Akbar
Yeah.
wave. I might be done here because I decided to go for the ISD. Fuck.
Oh, you don't get money back when you cancel?
Yeah, but I can't pull them in between waves. The ships. Or during waves rather.
Okay, yeah, you're pretty screwed. Good luck.
This is a GG.
It may be. Maybe GG head to GC.
Upgrade complete.
What did that even mean?
Game's over and we're going to Galactic Conquest. Come on.
Come on, keep up.
So much lingo to learn, you know.
GG head to GC, you feel me?
Stop, please. You're hurting me.
Somebody stop this man.
Upgrade in progress.
I kind of want to go and... What are you doing, TIE Bombers? I want to go and try to kill a group of them first. If I'd built faster stuff. I mean, if units in the mod at this point had different speeds, that would have helped. But...
Looking at all those flanks they're coming at you from, it's almost like it's some kind of, what's the word, trap.
It's a trap.
I get plus points from November, so, you know, I'm fine with that.
That was meant to sound more or sarcastic.
It was a pity laugh.
Upgrade.
Oof.
Right.
That's all the laughs I get, so.
I think a strike
that's why you're so good at
cruiser-
recognizing them, you know.
Yeah.
Fighters. Did I have a Lancer? Did I lose my Lancer?
Also, why am I doing hand gestures?
I didn't. Oh, I do that all the time.
Oh, you want
You
to
lost
do
an
it?
eclipse. I'm not surprised you lost a lance.
The gamma on my monitor was not quite what I expected.
Excuses.
Corey, whenever you do a dev skirmish, most devs don't want to be in a team. Now, why do you think that is? From Kumar?
Damn.
Yeah.
Because it's a very vocal group who thinks that that group is better at the game than everyone else, and that was proven not to be the case.
But I know I'm better
When?
at skirmish.
Weapons ready.
I mean, you did beat Bob, and I suppose he represents the best in all of us.
You're the best of all of us, Miles.
See, it's just Nolan and Bob that had no faith in me, and then yeah, it's not the first time I beat them. It won't be the last.
Oh,
But this fleet is gonna fucking annihilate me. Okay, I think I can actually get to them first. Before Akbar gets here, we just move out a little bit.
At your command. Take out their engines. Yes, sir. Right away. Your order, sir. Space station damaged.
Because Akbar is definitely the slowest of all these.
So what you're saying there is there a chance?
Standing by.
Slowly swimming his way over.
Awaiting orders.
It's going swimmingly.
Closing on enemy.
Wow.
Ready for battle.
Alright. Kill that.
Lasers. Moving out. Attacking target.
If I lose this VSD from this, then I'm screwed.
The engines are our primary target. Standing by.
Alright, strike cruiser, turn around.
Fire at will. Commander, they're hitting us. Sir, ready go.
Ah! Kill the fighters!
Ready, sir.
Get back to the base!
Copy. We're on the move. Targeting. Space station under attack. Sir,
NR fighters doing what NR fighters do best.
confirmed. Nowhere to run.
Lancer, do what Lancers do best. Stay by my stationary station and defend it from the fighters.
I copy. Attack position.
That's not what Lance does. That's inaccurate naming.
Oh no.
Roger that. Form up.
Should
But
be
as we
smacking
know-
right into it. Like
But as we
a
know from
hammer.
a recent video, that the Lancer would not win the Galactic Civil War. It's not
Yeah.
going to win the survival.
I mean, we have the hammerhead. Do we have a nail head ship?
Awaiting orders.
Hammer or anvil? Maybe hammer and anvil ship would be nice.
Might want to workshop that one a little bit more next time.
Attack position.
damn. The hell?
All the needling is getting to Corey.
I'm sorry, Corey. It's hard to keep it fun when you're the one hosting it.
Ew!
Wow.
That clap back. Holy shit.
Really makes the
I'm
decision
getting
on who to
fired.
fire.
Corey's
Okay.
just getting slaughtered.
It's been a good run.
I just want my shields back.
They don't recharge in this version, right?
No. Actually, I'm not sure if that's 2.1 or 2.2. No, 2.2 I think they do. But if I can just beat this other shit before
I think
Akbar
you
gets
gotta-
here.
Oof.
See, that video wasn't about Lancers being bad. It
It
was
was about you being bad.
No, it was about Lancers not just single-handedly winning the war, as many Star Wars lore YouTubers would have you believe.
Uh-huh.
Time to Google the Lancer. I don't even know what ship it is.
It's the,
You mean
this guy.
400
Oh,
Lancers can't beat an Eclipse?
What's so special about this ship? Looks like a lander ship. Or
It's
troop transport.
Got a
overhyped
whole
by the
bunch of
fan
fun
base.
laser
That's
cannons.
basically it.
Really? That's
I survived 4 waves.
I guess you've improved
now
over
we
the
goodbye
years.
to this version of the mod.
Da, 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 da,
Right inbound.
da, 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 da. Okay.
Copyright.
Can we have this outro while everyone in here just tries to sing that in sync?
When we're all drunk. Oh, Slever's back.
In sync. I love that band. Bye bye bye.
That was not welcome.
Not an invitation to sing.
It's Backstreet Boys or nothing on this stream, okay?
Off stream. No. Keep it in depth chat. No. No.
I kind of want to do survival again. I do survival as
But
Emperor
I
of the
can
Hand.
survive.
This was before they were grouped up. I don't know why they weren't.
Just go to a Bill bringing map on Galactic.
Yeah,
Conquest.
looking at the Raven's Revenge listing, Sith is definitely the hardest faction to get ships for because there's basically the Interdictor and Centurion, which are Republic.
We probably wouldn't put them on the Republic just for thematics.
Yeah. And then, well, you basically have to dip into the comics for Exarchune era stuff that they were building because we do know that they did build them in the era just because they didn't have anything else to build. And because Sourcebooks didn't want to flesh out the other 25 comic designs.
I mean, Oryx can go up to Clone Wars. We could put them in Fall of the Republic, technically. We
Oryx,
discussed it.
yeah, they technically do fit in planetary defense stuff still.
Is it possible to mod the game so that heroes can only be killed by other heroes and respawn when killed by non-hero? You can't really track who kills what, or if anything's involved in killing something. That's one of the issues with doing upgradable.
The issue with that is eventually somebody has one hero left, and then you can't kill that hero.
Sad that you can't have that game tracked, especially for like announcements and whatnot. Like when 2 heroes spot each other, it would be kind of nice to have some kind of, notification between them, or banter or something similar. Like Kenobi spotting Grievous or something.
I mean, you can do that kind of thing by just proximity, but it takes like Lua scripting on the units, which gets. You have to be very sparse with that kind of stuff.
Upgrade complete.
Because proximity checks and searching for objects gets kind of expensive. Like, all the calls that look for objects of a specific type are some of the most expensive calls in Lua.
Oh, maybe at some point, some far point, try with 1 or 2.
Yeah, if it's only a couple,
impossible.
it's fine, but if you try to make it really common, then it can become a lag source.
Alright. I will come back to that at a later point then.
Have you seen the new Troy Total War trailer? I prefer the Abed version, actually. With
Take 2 straight?
Blanketon versus... I forget what Troy's was called. Or was it Pillowton in Blanketsburg? I think it was Pillowton in Blanketsburg.
Well, one was renamed for narrative consistency, but yes.
Target sighted. Your orders?
Right, guys, have a good rest of the stream. And a
Bye,
good night.
Connor.
See ya, Connor.
See ya.
Right.
Bye.
Bye. It would be late.
Roger.
Whoever that last bye was.
Bond available.
It appears you were too late.
To apologize.
This is much less forgiving than my initial run through. These fucking Carracks. Here, kill them. Here, focus on the one. Yeah. It's
Now this
happening.
is starting to look a lot like the
It's
first
happening.
video.
Oh no. We're going back, boys.
It's beginning to look a lot like a what?
Space station damaged.
Yeah, just chase them down
Right.
real quick.
They're turning around. What the fuck?
Cross the screen. Reverse.
Get the shields. There we go.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, shoot my station.
That was the engines, not the shields.
Was it? Whatever. Same thing.
One carrot just ran away.
No, I'm pretty sure it was the shields.
No?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
right.
you're on a delay.
Yeah.
All right. If
Damn you,
we
Corey.
lose this booty
Good
wreck,
luck.
we're in trouble.
You build up such a trademark about you losing, and then you can't even do that.
See, now it's just getting hurtful.
Damn.
I'll take a break.
This Lancer's had like no health for.
You lose it, losing?
This was like probably the roughest first wave I could have had, other than that last Lancer being a Carrack.
So what are you doing after this? And next version of Thrawn's Revenge?
Yeah, so we've got 2.2 next, then Ascendancy, then we have Fall of the Republic, then 2.3, then 2.3 Dev. I might switch those two, so we're not. Or
So for
2.3
next version of Thrawn's Revenge, we're only allowed to say positive things about you, okay? Will that make you feel better?
Always.
Right, good.
Okay, yeah, there's 13
Embrace for
capital
total
ship
balance.
classes that you can do for Republic, excluding the Interdictor and Centurion. So that's enough.
I did think about doing the 2.2 demo, but I'd have to subscribe to that on the workshop. I still have that as a workshop item, it's just privated, so only I can see it.
Receiving message.
I think that was when I first started doing bug reports on the forums.
Oh, you said
Was
that
the-
about 1.3, didn't you?
No, I said that about...
Complete.
No. I think I joined when 2.15 was around. But, like the forums, but I did bug reporting when 2.2 demo came up.
Maybe what we'll do... No, I guess it's... No, we're either way. Because the dev skirmish can go a bit longer. And we'll get like half an hour out of Revan's Revenge, I think.
We need half an hour of content, but yeah.
It was hard filling that 20 minutes for that video.
Right away.
There is not much there right now.
Should I finish the HQ voice line so you can just click on him for 10 minutes?
Just Revan VO, that's all we need.
Do you
Every
have
other
Revan?
unit can be cut, and it's just Revan.
Oh, wouldn't be much of a revenge if it's just him.
Well, he's already gotten his revenge. We're seeing the aftermath of it.
Ah, okay. Yeah, alright.
Oh, and this wave is lame.
Decoding transmission.
We have to just have KOTOR Revan voices, though.
Yep. Just pure. Didn't work. Eh.
Pure Pizzac. Especially as a Sith Lord.
There he is.
How big is the total Empire Tour Expanded team, by the way, now, Corey, from RDS?
There are 55 people in the dev server, I think, now. The active team is closer to 25?
I think that's right.
It's hard to give an exact number because it's ooh, this one recharges. Because oh shit, I didn't even bring this stuff in because I was on fast forward. But yeah, it's hard to give an exact number because people are on different levels of activity, and there'll be people who like don't do anything for a while, but then they'll do a couple things. But
I feel personally attacked.
I mean, you're the only one. Like, no one said your name, Kayla. It applies to a lot of people.
Yep. But especially you.
On the bright side, still more than Hex.
All right. What's this question? From Stephen G. By the way, how is the community with using mod maps in other mods publicly? I guess using maps from other mods.
How is the community? I mean, if you're asking other people's policies on it, then that varies mod to mod. Like, we usually just let people use whatever they want as long as they clear it with us and credit us. Like, we generally don't turn stuff down.
Let's go. Yes, sir. Keep going.
The exception to that is when people ask for something before we've released it, because we generally don't like hand out the source files that we're still working on for other mods to release. This is 2.1, Matthew, which has been survival hour, and I've survived. Kalo, do you remember doing the initial announcement video for this?
Wait a minute, you talking about that Skype call?
Yeah, when I was explaining it, and you were there, and Celadus was there, and Pox was there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure because I think you got really mad at me for swearing.
No, you guys got mad at me for losing as much as I was.
For what?
Because I kept losing, so I had to keep restarting the recording. We were there for like 3 hours for a 5-minute video.
It sounds about right. You're pretty bad at video games.
Okay, that's just mean.
If you didn't hear, next version of TR, we're only allowed to say positive things. So I guess a lot of people just have to leave.
Rip me.
Well, what happened to the mod if Charlie got complete creative control for 1 week? There'd be a lot of Star Fox put in. Every
a lot of stuff for 1 week. No, and right after that week, there'd just be a revert button clicked, and it'd be back.
Oh, Pox is in the chat. That's probably where the channel name comes from. Semicolon P.
That is, in fact, the video it came from.
Semicolon P.
That's the canon explanation, huh?
That is the accurate thing, where it became a meme on the forums that I was bad at the game because of that video would get like reposted. And that is where Corey Loses came from for the channel name. A couple years later, but still.
Okay, Mr. Will in the chat, calm down. We haven't started with
All
a
right.
positive.
Will has finally gotten to the root of everything. Corey, why are you such a great person who's great at everything you do?
Delete that comment.
And really, it goes back to my childhood, where
Stop.
Feed the narcissist.
Bless you. Whoever
Not
sneezed.
as bad as when Code User
I'm
would make
muted
a dummy
halfway through.
account.
Ah, thank you.
I village, Corey, where you used your history degree to its greatest effect.
I sneeze at bullshit comment sometimes.
I thought Corey was about to give some sob story about like rags to riches or something.
no, I haven't made it to the riches part yet, so it's only half the story now.
Halo, you can probably increase your user volume. You're very quiet compared to everybody
Yeah, I haven't
else.
boosted by 200%, and it's still not enough.
Yeah, and
You don't want to.
Internet's out.
Oh, that's no fun.
Yeah. Also, you don't want to awaken the dragon here.
Yeah, Kalo at 200% is always a health risk.
Okay.
I get excited about video games. Don't fucking bully me, Hannes, with your crazy like. Okay.
Shut up, we.
Wow.
Yeah, hello?
Alright, well, I'll take a quick break and go cry real quick. I'll be back.
Hello?
See, now the crowd is turning on you, and that sucks.
Sorry, I was crying. What?
I was just quoting Dickie Roberts.
And what did he say about me?
It was a movie from like 2003.
My question remains.
I have a question for the mod team. Does Corey's lose aura affect you all? Do you guys suddenly start losing when he is around?
Yes.
Yes. Try.
Well, funny you should mention that. When he was playing Hunt Showdown, I got a message from the two of my players friends who were watching it, and they're like, "Holy shit! Why did Corey just like crouch into the middle of a field, and how did he not get shot?" So yeah, probably.
Yeah, Kayla will play a game for like fucking 600 hours, then I'll play it for the first time, and I end up being somehow worse at it than him.
I don't see
Kayla has the lose, or whenever I play first-person shooters with them, I end up dying a time.
You're just still mad about that dude 6 foot poopy.
Poopy? Yeah, I'm still mad about that.
I mean, playing League, jungling for the first... was it jungling for the first time? No, that was the game where you were Draven, I think. And I was Fiddlesticks.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I every time I tried to come down to gank, it would just... You'd get a kill. But whenever I was playing jungle and you were top, you'd call me top, and then I'd just die for some stupid fucking bullshit. But you'd get a kill out of it.
You're missing the 50-50 part where, like, the 50 part was you would come top because we would get kills sometimes, but then the other time was we would both just feed really hard.
Mm-hmm.
Kalo's
always willing to sacrifice other League players.
Going through your mic.
Sorry.
Also, Kumar really hit the nail on the head, or however that word goes. Corey is back luck. Yeah.
Front luck, back luck, pot luck.
All them lucks.
Corey, is there a max number of minor factions that can go into Sins?
I would assume there is. I don't think we're close to it, though.
Every warlord.
Because there's...
Frenchiok is jealous.
It shouldn't be spawning, and it just won't spawn.
I mean, that's always what you think with Sins until you find out the really dumb reason that it's not. Because you could also remove other stuff to test if that's the case.
That's
what was your favorite SSD and who made it? I mean...
Samsung made a...
I think the one made by Petroglyph.
Who made what, Sleverd?
I said Samsung made a really good SSD. Yeah.
Hilarious.
I liked it, Sleverd.
Thank you.
It's good humor. I have one. Pat. It's not like my jokes like 9 or 10 times to just fall flat.
It's alright, I like your jokes.
Moving out.
I think I'm gonna lose this time again. These hero waves just keep fucking me.
That's very odd, out of context.
Awaiting orders.
Okay, this one I think I can ignore. This one will probably get there first. Yeah, so let's go to the north side. Northeast.
You're actually doing okay in this. It's surprising.
I'm at the same wave that I died at last time, and the fact that I have recharging shields on my station is helpful. Are you going to add any of the crime syndicates? They don't tend to make good factions in Empire at War. You have to artificially inflate them a lot, and
closest thing we'd do would be Huts, which are less crime syndicate and more Empire.
Yeah. Especially when we have so many other options for factions in TR, especially. Like, there's no reason to reach for faction options in a mod that doesn't have enough faction slots for everything we want to do anyways.
But the Shadow Collective.
No.
Stab.
With the Black Sun.
Question to the to the EAWX dev team: does the fact that Corey dabbed and took a picture of it change your opinion of him?
I didn't take a picture of it. I didn't take a picture of it. I did it on stream, and other people took a picture of it.
It made me respect them so much more.
Well, technically, you took many pictures of it because each frame is a picture of it.
That is some pedantic bullshit.
There's this.
It is not wrong.
There's this thing called moving pictures.
Do we need to go back to talking about edging?
Oh god.
Reporting in.
Boy, you nasty.
Batteries online.
Hey, don't blame me. No one talks about what no one talks about.
Don't play. Okay, no. I want to say don't blame me, but technically it's blame me and blame.
Y'all enable each other. That's the problem.
Did you just say y'all?
Orbital command.
Yeah, that was a y'all.
What's wrong with
I can
y'all?
appreciate a good y'all.
Swordsman, we have no extra faction slots. Will you add the Starforge to Revan's Revenge? That would be a safe bet.
That'd be a very safe.
Warm up. At your command.
Rev when?
In like 5 hours?
And just on the crime faction thing, the point with Huts we'd probably do is to make it so you know, like actually the Hut government and not expected criminally Hut stuff. Because they have enough unique ships to actually flesh a roster officially, rather than just sticking 50,000 Clone Wars surplus objects into them, as usually tends to be the case.
And they can also have pretty similar rosters across TR, FOTR, and RR.
Yeah, there's basically... RR is a bit harder, but it doesn't need to.
There's some overlap
We can always
there,
nitpick
and
that.
similar
Yeah,
designs.
there's definitely some overlap. And they do have a clear design language in all three eras. Well,
take anything
two
that you
eras.
saw on the sail barge, turn it into a ship on its own,
A ship,
and there you go.
and then exaggerate that detail.
Yeah, I pointed that out to Terrible.
Chrome code for some reason.
Do you plan on bringing back Jackbox streams? I do plan on doing that, but recently all the group streaming I've done has been fucking Sea of Thieves.
Without
yeah,
me too. Hateful.
Corey, it sounds like you have an addiction to the game.
I enjoy it. Eck has an addiction.
Well, seeing as you're approaching the version where we have to be nice to you, I think it's about time for me to head off.
Wow.
Yeah,
The whole plan has become clear.
Just fucking loaded a revolver and shot you. Jesus.
Just sink that knife in, take it, dab a little salt on top of that.
Yeah,
just squeeze a little lemon juice on it. Get that flavor really going.
One little party gift before I head off. Anyways, great fun, everyone. I'll see you around.
See ya.
Yeah.
See ya.
Yeah.
Enjoy your new place. Thank you, Eric.
Eric Salsa. I like your name.
But yeah, comparatively, Huts have 15 unique capital ships, 2 unique gunship options, and 11 unique fighters that they can technically pull from. And then that's before getting into known surplus stuff that they'd use, like Marauders and Y-Wings. So they're not short on options. C-Ruv comparatively have 2 fighters, 1 gunboat, and 4 capitals.
Swordsman, that isn't adding anything. That's stuff that's already in the mod. So in terms of a plan to add something in the future, there's not really... Like, that's already there. And, like, there's not, like, a big set of criminal units in Star Wars. There's not, like, a bunch of ships that you really want to get from it. It's just some ships that are used in other places that become common for piracy. Like, you get a couple...
Like Marauders
and
are
stuff.
military gunships, but they make popular pirate ships because they're meant to defeat, like, basically small gunboats, and they have tractor beams, plus a small hangar, so they work out really well in universe as something that a small fighter group can use. Ha ha ha, Providence gets a no.
50-50 for people off.
Okay, I have nothing to pull in. I will have a phalanx after the next wave. It's going to drop down to being slightly easier for the next couple waves.
I
'cause
mean,
it's not a
you've
hero
outdone
wave.
your better. You've outdone your prior self, so that's a good
Yep.
thing to feel.
You've outdone that old stream you did where you suck.
Weapons ready.
It wasn't a stream.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was a video. You caught me.
Yes, sir. At your command.
See, that was when the spawns were too strong and the starting forces were like 1 or 2 ships. So I was like going
Exclusive.
back between failures and editing in more stuff. That's how it got to where it was.
So you were cheating. Like, you guys heard it, right?
Roger that.
It's called game design, Kalo. It's not cheating
Was
when
that
I do
fucking
it.
Pox? Hey, Pox!
Hello.
Hey,
Pox, back me up on this.
What am I backing you up
Just say I'm right.
Don't
say
He's
it,
not
Pox.
right. He's not right.
Don't say it, Pox.
Pox, do you remember doing the preview stream for Survival?
I think I do. You lost a lot.
Hey!
Eat it.
I'm sure there's someone that's gonna join eventually that's on your side, Corey.
I mean, the only other person who was there was Enceladus, and he will definitely not be on my side. I did Facebook, like, I was talking to him on Facebook earlier, so I told him this was happening, so maybe he'll be able to show up at some point. That'd be cool.
Do you remember that time he included, what was it, like 3 gigabytes of planet textures in there?
Yeah, we called that time 2.1 through 2.2. Or 1.3 through 2.2.
Also, it just never got fixed and the loading screen's long? Hell yeah.
The long loading times was because of all the tech
Variants
tree
for the
units.
tech tree.
Yeah. It wasn't actually because of the models. Though most of them did get removed for later into 2.2 and 2.3.
I copy.
When I started doing the low orbit maps.
They did look really pretty, like, I'm not gonna lie, but...
It was just, we had a different model for like, or a different texture for every planet. When like 70 of them are temperate, it's just different arrangements of continents, and no one, I don't think, ever really noticed that they were different.
Okay, I have to ask, Threecall, how do you say your name? Because it's bothering me.
Yeah, like you said, it's pre-call.
Sounds disappointed.
Yeah,
Can I ask where the name comes from? Like, I'm not trying to be rude.
I have no idea where I got it from.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Dude comes into a chat with a guy named Sleverd and asks where Threecall's name comes from.
It's like that fucking weird villain from that Tron game. My name's Mathria? Okay.
I mean, what did Elon Musk name his kid?
Oh god.
Halo's the type of person that would bully that kid.
I would not bully that kid. I was bullied as a kid. And I wouldn't bully Threecall. I think he's pretty rad. I just needed to know.
It was like AEX
There's a-
A12.
Yeah.
I think Elon Musk is fucking crazy.
Yep.
He's Tony Stark.
If Tony Stark had a joke. Oh,
Is my
wow, I was
internet
gonna say-
working?
Is your internet
Tony
working?
Stark
Oh shit, I've got to turn Kalo down
actually,
before he
like,
get... Hold on.
Helped people though.
And he named his children like Morgan.
Yeah, normal names.
I copy. All fire on those ion cannons. Our target priority is the laser cannons. Our space station is under attack.
Then
Also presumably paid his people.
they made him rename his kid. He had to rename it from 12 to XII. Because they can only accept letters.
That poor kid's gonna get bullied.
They're getting bullied right now on this
I
stream.
mean, that's true. I guess you're right.
But it's not their fault.
Threecall, that was an awesome model you did. I just want to give you a high five. Put your hand on the monitor. Receive my warmth.
But it's not my model, it's Terrible's.
Nice
So-
texture. We're enjoying it.
Open up the texture in whatever program you use, put your palm on it, and Kala will do the same thing, and the mystical transmission of moderate energy will occur.
Alright, you said a lot of science words there. I'm not even sure if they're actually
Don't worry about
science.
it.
Look, Bob's not here. We don't all understand this astrology talk.
The join right after it made me hope it'd be
What
bought.
the hell?
Rhino.
No one. There's €100 or pounds. Not
Oh, that's more than $100 because the USD sucks.
What's that in imaginary money, Corey?
Canadian. I think it's like 170. Thank you, Odd Soul. Hope you enjoyed the stream.
Damn, 170
Have a good night.
Canadian dollars.
Oh, thank God the fighters all get killed after. Thank you for that, Pox.
What wave are you on?
I am on. I'm going into the 7th wave.
Oh, okay. At some point, I think, well, 10 or something, you get a hero wave on
A
every
crusty looking asteroid
Yeah.
you get there.
I beat the. That's the base game asteroid. I beat the first hero wave. It nearly cost me my station, which, as I understand, would have been bad. I think it's wave 4 or 5 that. Yeah, it's wave 5. The 5th wave, the 10th wave, 15th.
But Bob is disgusted with you, Corey.
Did someone tag him in the dub chat?
Yes.
Because Porter was a rat.
Wow.
Hey, at least
then
in
you pinned
context,
that?
it's even better.
Yes. I just looked at the pins and I was just questioning everything.
Oh yeah, the pin under that is even better.
I don't want to read that out.
I'm going to read it.
No, don't.
Go ahead.
Oh my God.
I don't even know where that context is
I'm
from.
pretty sure it's from
Thou
Tap.
shalt use mini
Oh.
golf as a standard dating activity.
Oh yeah, that
What?
was
Yeah, no.
Tap
Oh,
Tap.
yeah,
That was one of the stack pull thirsty meter.
I got a
And
temporary
there's-
damage boost.
Then there's the song lyrics.
Does that even work?
I don't think so. Actually, no, it was Lua
The
based.
song
I think it
lyrics
does
are the
work.
best
Oh
thing
wait, is it?
ever.
Or
Yeah,
maybe it's the broken version. I think.
Oh
we
yeah,
had-
because it was like 10
at
trillion
some point
% bonus forever. Wasn't there some guy that did a YouTube video about like abusing that or something?
I don't know. Let's see. Maybe you'll win the game now.
You can't win. You can only prolong.
There's a 200 character limit in this stupid YouTube chat. Damn it.
Were you gonna post
What
the
wall
song?
of text were you gonna post there?
I think he was gonna post the song lyrics.
Just post them in 2 messages.
Was it gonna be the Rhodia map one or the?
There's the how high it goes, how far I'll go from Disney's
poly count?
Moana.
The poly
Yeah.
count song?
Then there's the Rap God one. That one's really good.
That one we can't repeat on stream.
Yeah, no, we can't do that one.
The what? What is it called?
No, Corey did a Rap God parody.
I mean, Rat
We
God's
can't-
a good way to describe Corey, so it's alright.
That's true. There's ooh woo. Oh god, there's that pen.
Wait. Oh no, I thought there was an uwu song that I wrote. Like, I don't remember this.
That's your next one.
That's
Wait, there's 50 fucking members or so on the
Yeah,
team?
there's a lot of
Damn.
us.
I don't even know who 3Call is, so that's good.
Wow, Pox, that is incredibly
Ascend-
rude.
Ascendant test.
I'm just telling the truth here.
You didn't even,
Ascendant test.
didn't even
Ascendant
have the
ascend.
guts to say it out loud.
See, you know, there's a TV tropes page for Thrawn's Revenge.
Yeah, that's the thing about the mod that actually makes me proudest.
There
What
is.
the fuck?
Yeah.
Why?
Yes.
What?
Why not?
There's a TV tropes page for Thrawn. I'm pretty sure it's like basically talking about 2.2 though, so every person on the stream, if you want to go update that so it's modern, please feel free to go.
Pox.
More like 2.1.
Okay, I'm gonna
This
add
is
the song
simple
over
way
there.
to it.
I think it's broken. Thank you, Emperor.
Nice.
Look at this shit. Oh my god, the Phalanx just annihilated them in a row.
Wait, do you remember that time we found people who were making Lego recreations of our ships? That was really cool. That's my favorite experience.
Ak was on Reddit a few days ago, and on, I think, the Star Wars Expanded Universe subreddit, there was people talking about the Michael Stackpole Thirsty Meter, which is one of my favorite. If that makes it into the broader Star Wars community, then that's my greatest contribution.
What?
So there's an author of the X-Wing books, Michael Stackpole, and he had, like, the main character in the book, like, literally ranks the attractiveness of all the female characters. And so
he also admits to it being basically a borderline self-insert on interview.
Yeah, so
So
Eckhart Slatter and I point it out every time it comes up, and whenever like weird shit happens in books, we give it like a whenever thirsty shit happens in the Star Wars books we review, we give it a rating in Stackpoles.
I'm sure this is much more minor than what you're talking about, but the moment I found out that the Star Wars universe had established whether or not Twi'leks and humans could reproduce with each other really changed my view on the Star Wars universe at large.
See, Callow, your mistake there is assuming that it's established and not a clusterfuck.
I'm still... that makes it worse!
No, are you really going to go into the lore on this one?
This is how he got into the science. All right, I think...
No, this is one case where me as the bio student will just like start falling over and drooling in a seizure if I try to.
No, I love 3-Call. I see people with the purple name and I'm like, oh, they must
Why
be
do you
new.
keep coming back to this?
No, because somebody messaged it.
About it.
So we're from the
Thank you,
old
Eric.
guard. That's why. So
Yeah,
like,
literally. Me and Slevert we're old tier. Actually, Pox.
Yeah, the stream started with like an hour of just me and Code User and Valerie.
Hey, I was there.
Wait, Code
And
User
Clever
was
did
I
too.
was
there?
there.
I
Come on.
Code User was there with just me and him before before you got there.
I got in at 12, something like that.
Well, I was talking to Code for like half an hour beforehand.
Oh, okay.
This is
It
I'm
doesn't
6.5
count.
hours in.
6 hours ago and you didn't tell me?
I told you that this was happening. I messaged you about it like a few hours ago as well.
What the fuck? No, you did. I'm looking for it. Where?
On Steam.
How could you message me on Steam if I had no internet? Wait a minute.
You don't have to. It gives you the message when you come back online.
You don't understand. I miss Code User. That stupid fuck.
Well, you did miss him, so go watch the first part of the stream. All right, that is going to do it for the 2.1 section. We're going to head into 2.2, and I think this is going to go up as its own video because
It
I like
hasn't been
survival.
too tainted.
But closing this now.
We didn't talk about edging, so...